Yo, DJ Biggs from DJ Media NYC, Comfort the Blast NYC Radio. Um, this is like a quick strike, if you will. Um, we'll talk. Well, the reason why I call it strict strike because it's gonna be like straight up ranting and raving, whatnot. So, talk about the Knicks real quick. I know as much people don't want to talk about the Knicks. I talk about the Knicks real quick and get right into it. Um, the Knicks about to lose, straight up. They're about to lose. They're about to lose. They're about to lose. I don't know what the Knicks going to do in the off season. It's kind of hard to deep dive into that because you say this up. How could the Knicks have an opportunity to um make it to the NBA Finals in the first time like in a quarter century, and yet, you know, it's not. I don't know what to say really. It's wild that it's been 25, 26 seasons since the Knicks made it to the NBA Finals. And we already know how long it's been since they won the NBA championship. And I'm totally convinced after this season that the Knicks is not gonna win NBA championship in my lifetime. Maybe my kid's lifetime, but not in my lifetime. It's not happening. You know, at first we was blaming management, and in some cases it was true. Management was screwing up. But then it's the players. And now when you have such a good lineup and you still find a way to fumble the ball, as they like to say. And I'm a little bit disappointed with this run. More more like at the end of the run, not so much the run itself. The run was a great run. It got the city going. I mean, I always felt like how could the NBA fumble the New York Knicks? Like, think about this in the last 25 seasons, right? Since the Knicks been in the NBA Finals. The Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics have won multiple championships. You know, Celtics, of course, had their two back in '08 and 24. And then the Lakers had that run there. I think they had like six. You know, the Kobe and Shaq three-peat. Then Kobe with the back-to-back. And then LeBron with his one. But then you had random teams winning NBA championships. Like you had San Antonio Spurs winning, you had the Miami Heat winning, which was I know Knicks fans hated that with a passion. You had the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks. Um who else came out? The Dallas Mavericks. You know, we already know about the Dallas Mavericks. Of course, the Golden State Warriors. Uh so many different teams winning NBA championships since the Knicks' last appearances. And the crazy part, with the exception of the Bucks, the Lakers, the Celtics, I think which one? The Warriors. You know, those are franchises that came around the same time as the Knicks. You know, back and forth. But when the Miami Heat, the San Antonio Spurs, the Dallas Mavericks, teams that came in like in the late '70s and '80s winning NBA championships. You know, the Toronto Raptors. How could we not forget about the Toronto Raptors? Out of the clear blue sky, the Raptors come out and found a way um, to win the NBA championship. And then who else? Who else? Who else did we forget won the NBA championship since the Knicks last run? The whole point is that the Knicks is not winning a championship in my lifetime unless they sell them souls to Satan themselves. I don't know, but it's not happening. So I'm just totally convinced at this point that it's not going to work out at all with the Knicks. Um, I want to say better luck next year, but the way the Eastern Conference is stacked right now, the Boston Celtics, unless they blow up the whole franchise, I feel like they're still the favorites to come out the East. I mean, the Pacers, I think this was like a good luck, like like one of those miracle runs, if you will. Um, Cleveland Cavaliers, I mean, they still got Donovan Mitchell, so the Eastern Conference to me is not. I know a lot of people feel like the Eastern Conference will be like maybe 3 4 teams, where the Western Conference is always loaded. But I don't really see the Knicks coming out the East no time soon. Um, like I said, with Boston, Cleveland out there, Milwaukee still got Giannis for now until further notice. Miami Heat, well, they started to stumble a bit. Um, and then of course now you got the Pacers. The Orlando Magic is on the rise. I I just don't see the Knicks, you know, doing that type of bidding. So, I'll just say this, and it's not happening. It's not gonna work out. Right now, luckily for us New Yorkers, we still got Major League Baseball in play for the next couple months. The New York Mets, New York Yankees about to get it in. Um, that segues into the NFL season, and even and, and even National Hockey League. The Rangers had their little run, and then they didn't. The Islanders are the Islanders, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next couple months. Of course, you got City Field and Yankee Stadium was gonna always pop off. Just how to do with the home games. City Field has the best food and beer. I repeat, they have the best food and beer at City Field. Um, yeah, I don't know because it's not happening for the Knicks right now. So that was my quick strike on the New York Knicks. Unless something happens, I don't see them doing anything, moving wise and stuff like that. It's just not hitting. Uh, then segueing into what's oh Lord. Well, you got the Knicks stumbling, right? But then the Brooklyn Nets ain't no better, right? Um, and I ain't gonna go to the Nets because it's like kicking the door when they're down. That type of vibe. So I'm not even gonna go there. However, there got to be a lot of changes for the Knicks and the Nets to really really like work out. Other than that, um, yeah, that was my quick strike about the Knicks. I maybe when October comes and we don't have the Mets. I don't know how they're gonna do. We'll find out. Like I said, the football season's coming, and we see what happens in hockey. So that's my quick strike, my sports quick strike. We're not gonna do scores and highlights and all of that stuff. We're just gonna talk and talk and talk. So yeah, um, that's Computer Blast NYC Radio Quick Strike. So signing off on that one.